Hey guys, it's Harry Taboo from BDOHub, and today we're going to go through the Stars End Grinders tier list. Yes, it has been very much asked for, and we've got just a quick note. We haven't got the Hashashin data in here yet. I'll talk more about that at the end. We're still gathering some. We've got a bit, but we want to be as accurate as we can. This data is given by you, the watchers, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, so let's jump into it. Where is Stars End? If you haven't looked, it's Western Calfian region. So if you look where Calfian is on the map, go west. Well, it's more sort of like west south, something like that. You get the idea. But yeah, it's over there. You want to go there with 261 AP with Kutum at least, and about 309 DP if not more, because the mobs hit hard. Notable drops: you want to get that Black Distortion earring. That's what you're going for. This is like a best in slot AP earring. It's worth 300 to 350 million each. The trash loot, you're looking at getting 15,500 each. It still drops your standard black magic crystals, and you can get the clear black star crystals. These are a bit triggering. I have put them on here. You can get about 5-10 million profit by the time you turn them into the offhand gems and sell them if the market is right. But 90% of the time, if you get these, you're going to be pretty peed off because you've just been debated by the chair when you wanted a black distortion earring, but actually you got a clear black star crystal. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, let's have a look at now how we're going to rate these. We've looked at the loot that's pretty much dropping from everyone, and we've put it in lists. Obviously hierarchies, we're going from average. We're looking at a blue loot scroll with about 273 AP to 280 in that sort of range, and this is the data that we got basically. If you see the chibi in colour, that means it's the awakening, and if the chibi's in black and white, it's the succession. Now, with that being said, we can jump ahead and start looking at our tier lists. So let's jump into this. As you'll see, we have a really big S tier. That's because we actually have a lot of classes that do really well here. So because of that, it's kind of joint top if you look at the numbers. Anyway, let's have a look at our bottom of the barrel. Our D tier, we have the Awakened Kuno and the Awakened Meiwa. Sadly, these guys just don't do that well here. The trash numbers that they pull are slightly underwhelming. Now, don't despair, because Kakao is doing a lot of stuff at the moment to buff up the awakening for PvE of a lot of classes. So this could go up, and I'd expect this will go up soon. But also, if you do want to grind this area, the successions of both of these do a little bit better, so you can keep that in mind if you really want to grind here. So looking onto the C tier, which is 3,900 loot to about 4,350, you have the Succession Tamer, the Awakened Witch, the Awakened Tamer, the Awakened Lan, the Awakened DK, the Shy, the Succession Musa, the Succession Ranger, and the Awakened Musa. All these guys basically, you know, they have an alright time, but they're not pulling big figures. Now, this is pretty much like the bottom area, so just keep that in mind. Now, also, like I keep saying, with anything with Awakening, expect there to be PvE buffs coming soon. They are starting to come onto the global labs, and they will start coming to us shortly. So all these figures will end up changing, but hey, this is just where we are now. Now let's look at the B tier. B tier is not too bad. We have the Succession Dark Knight, we have the Awakened Ranger, we have the Awakened Mystic, the Succession Mystic, we also have the Succession Guardian, and we have the Awakened Ninja. These guys do quite well, getting about 4,350 to 4,500. Now, as you'll see, this band is getting so tight. That just shows you how close these guys are doing in this area. So if we were to move on now to the A tier. So in the A tier, we have the Succession Kuno, the Awakened Wizard, and the Awakened Guardian. These guys are pulling some pretty nice figures at 4,500 to about 4,650. Keep in mind this on average, again with a blue loot scroll, going around having good rotations, good pulls, etc. Now again, I just want to highlight these bands are so tight. As we go on now, we're really getting close in these bands, but I will say the A plus and the S tier is where it starts to get really interesting, at least for me. So let's have a look at the A plus tier. The A plus tier consists of the Awakened Berserker, the Succession Berserker, the Awakened Sork, the Succession Sork, and the Succession Meiwa. See, I did say the Meiwa was going to come back into its own. And yeah, these guys are also doing very well. 4,650 to 4,800 again as an average. So you see this band is very, very slim. Now, after this, we're going into what we're going to call the God tier, the S tier, but it is worth noting, so many of these are so tight in figures, I had to put in two lines. So this is in no order. So the first half of my S tier, we have both the Awaken and Succession Warrior, we have the Archer, the Succession Ninja, the Awakened Valkyrie, and the Succession Lan. And a lot of this is down to either having good AoE pulls or the ability to move really quick whilst doing good damage, which isn't a surprise for somewhere like this. Now, when we get to the last half of the S tiers, there's going to be no surprises that our new AoE grind gods are here as well. And there they are, both the Awaken and Succession Striker doing some disgusting work, the Succession Witch and Succession Wizard, and the Succession Valkyrie, all doing some really sick damage here. Now, what we're looking at, like I said, for an S plus here is anyone who's getting 4,800 plus with that blue loot scroll in an hour. That really is where we're saying the S tier is with this. Now, as you can see, as I keep saying, there are a lot of S tiers in this, and the bands are quite close. Now, on a good note, that means Kakao is starting to do a better job with the balancing. I'd expect a lot more of these Awakening ones to go up more. If I'm being completely honest, I could see that the Musas will probably be a bit higher because they've recently had some buffs as well. So fingers crossed we'll get some more information and put that in. Now, I will make another note about the Hashashin because I like to do it and it's interesting to a lot of people. We have put a bit of work into this. We're trying to work with the Hashashin Discord, well, some of their mods, and we've collected a bit of data. We have some preliminary data which I don't necessarily want to show yet because it's sort of based off trends, and you know the problem with trends, it's all different. It's very boring to the majority of people. I know you're waiting, but spoiler alert, the Assassin is looking like a very good grinder for both Awakening and Succession. Succession seems to be better at most places, so expect it to be A plus and S in just pretty much everywhere. So there's a little spoiler, but we'll see more about that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please go over to BDOHub if you want to find any more information. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that, and I'll be working on the Sakurai video next. In fact, it's almost done. I know I said I wanted to get both of these done by the end of the last week, but you know how it goes. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.